Well done, second grade. I know that you saw a lot of things that were not on our list that we need to go ahead and add to our list. Good versus evil. In fairy tales, there's usually a good character or characters who are against an evil character or characters, and they have some conflict. Usually it starts with once upon a time. So often when a story starts once upon a time, it's going to be a fairy tale and it's going to have many of these fairy tale traits. And finally, a lesson learned. So when we have a character in a fairy tale, usually the good overcomes the evil and that character learns a lesson. Or we can learn a lesson by reading the story, and we're going to practice that throughout the unit. Wow, look at what you've done. These are all the common fairy tale traits. I'm going to show you some clips from other common fairy tales, and I want you to see if you can find any of the common fairy tale traits that are in those video clips. So head to the next Nearpod slide and enjoy a few of our fairy tales. Great job, second grade. I hope you enjoyed looking at those fairy tales and finding the different traits of fairy tales inside those movies. Now it's time for us to use what we've learned and put it into our stories. This is the story Cinderella, and it can be found in Journeys on page 470. But if you don't have Journeys, it's okay, because I'll put it later on in the Nearpod. Cinderella is a story that a lot of people are very familiar with. It's in books and it's in movies, and today we get to read about it in our Journeys text. One common idea that we can find in fairy tales is the idea of people being treated unfairly, and we're going to see that in Cinderella. But before we read it, I want you to think about the idea of being unfair. Unfair is when someone is not treated in a way that is right. Has that ever happened to you or someone that you know? I want you to share what happened. On the next Nearpod slide, talk about a time that either you felt you were treated unfairly or you saw someone else being treated unfair. And tell us what happened. Head to the next Nearpod slide and share your thoughts.